So I honestly couldn't believe that I'd never drawn this before. So one of the most iconic Kakashi panels from the manga, and like moment in the show as well. So Kakashi Rasengan. So tricky enough, this probably why I haven't drawn it. It's probably why I haven't drawn it yet, because it's hard. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause, we go too fast. His head is over on the right. Probably it's a bit small, so I'll probably zoom in for you, just so you can see it a bit clearer. And we're going to actually start with like the line for his mask, right? So we're going to go like his headband, sorry, not his mask. So it like curves down around like so, right? And his mask comes across his nose, like so, joins it here. And then curves down around his face. And then the side of the face sort of goes there. Right, see, in this area is where his eye is. So might as well do that eye over here. So it goes up, across, spikes down. Typical sort of Naruto top eyelid shape. And then his bottom eyelid there. And then his pupil, just black manga pupil in there. And then that Kakashi eyelid line, it's kind of big. Like so. And then the eyebrow, just so we can see the spike at the end of it, just there. Like an extra sort of line just underneath the corner of his eye, like so. So he has a sideburn just here. And then the rest of his face. So kind of his mask sticks out a little bit there off his face. And then it comes down for his chin. Which is just here. And this will go up for his jaw. Kind of goes underneath his collar, but we'll draw it in. And then erase it if we have to. Like so. I think he draws in his nose actually. Which is unusual because it's all in shadow, but draw it in. I guess because we're looking side on, kind of. There's kind of some hatching in here. So rest of his headband kind of like bumps up around here and then flies down this way, and then we see his long sort of hair spikes that sit on top of the headband in this version of Kakashi anyway, like so. And then that Naruto metal ninja plate. Studs, circles there in the corners. And then the leaf village symbol. Easiest way is just like one line, like so. You could double that up if you wanted to make it look more like it's scratched in, or you can just leave it like that. So rest of his hair, very spiky, long. Like so, and then just bring it around to meet. these big spikes. Nothing too complicated. Okay, so what can we see of the rest of them? So this collar sort of comes around over the jaw down to there. And then we can see like some of his neck just there, and then some hair spikes at the back. And then the other side of this down that way. And then it has another section. It kind of joins too around here. This bumps around his shoulder. That's what it looks like, at least. And his arm is kind of here, right? So this is like the arm that is holding his other arm, doing the Rasengan. Which we never really see him use ever again. Which is interesting. Like, if he could use it, why didn't he use it again? Okay, and then he's got that line coming up his collar around the back of the head. It's like a rim or an edge or something on that collar there. So middle of his armor, coming down center of his chest. And then we got like another neck muscle here. And then his neck armor collar sort of thing on this side. Right, and then so he has another sort of thing, piece of armor coming over his shoulder there, and then the rim or edge of that. Folding lines on it. And then his chest sort of comes down here somewhere. So now, big hand here, Rasengan, he's like looking at the big Rasengan. If you have like a plate or like a cup or something that's the right size to draw circles, feel free to use that. Don't think I have anything that would be the right size. No. So we'll just do his arm, the hand, and then try and add in that perfect sphere. So arm sort of folds around, and he's got like his wrist area. Here, there's more details on his jacket and stuff, but we'll just get the main sort of shapes in first. So his arm comes out from here, just comes out a little bit and hits his glove, so like the edge of his glove. Like the rest of his body goes down that way actually. And at the back, I think it just like bumps down here. So this hand, he's like grabbing his own wrist, right? So he's holding it like this, but we're looking at it like front on, like from this version. So it's the easiest way to go about this. So if that's the wrist, so his thumb. Okay, so this comes this way. Curves around, and it goes up sharply for a knuckle, right? There's another knuckle here, and then there is a metal plate, studs attached to it there. So then this hand is holding the other one. It's just big fingers. Let's go with the bottom, right? So we got like these bumping sort of knuckle areas. Sort of here. Right, and then it comes around. Like so. And then there's 4 fingers. So this comes out, changes direction, up, changes direction. And then we go around the top, down, and into those fingerless gloves. Just there, sort of. And then we have another finger here, more front on now. Curves down around the edge. Maybe like some glove lines here. And there are fingernails sort of drawn in here. And next finger, curving over the top, knuckles. That way. Next one. There. And then we can just see the thumb in behind. Like the palm of his hand. Sort of there. And then fingernails. Fingernail. There. And then there's another sort of palm of the or back of the hand sort of metal plate here. And then his thumb sort of wraps around the wrist on this side. But you can just see like suggestions of this. You can't see the whole thing. And then so side of his arm, like his shoulder here on this side. So we go sort of curving here. So that's the hand, massive, right? Holding a big Rasengan. We just got to do like a few more details in here. So he's got like some edge lines to this armor. This center line comes down again. And then he has those sort of boxes, pockets, like on his armor here. In the manga, it's quite detailed. Sort of simplified a bit. Right, kind of like that. And oh yeah, there's that sort of circle, kind of bumps around shoulder. I think it's just a spiral inside. I can't see it really, but we'll do this sort of thing. Another one here, like so. Now, circle here. How big you want to do it's kind of up to you. So it kind of crosses his finger in the picture here, right? So that's where I'll put the bottom of it at least. The top of it, so be about there. And I'll just sort of sketch it out sort of roughly at first. And then I'll like smooth up everything. Okay. He does kind of draw it with a broken line anyway, but I'll just kind of make it a continuous. Like that. So in the manga, so it's different I think in the anime, they do like digital effects, but in the manga we have this wind and spiral inside, right? So the easiest way I've found to do it is just find your center and start like curving these little things like this, right? And then you start to go outwards around, trying to make it look like there's a ball sort of inside. It can be tricky, but you just keep sort of building it up. And eventually it goes around and around itself over and over. Gyroscopic sort of. Like this kind of thing. Kind of like atoms going around, you know, the inside. That kind of a thing. And then we got debris in the air. She's drawn in like little rocks and all that kind of stuff. And then like sort of energy lines, I guess. What would you call it? Sort of coming out kind of like a clock. So like say like that will go off to the corner that way, but this one will go to the corner there. right, and so forth, right? And this one I go sort of nearly straight out here, and they gradually sort of turn. That one goes straight up, gives a sort of a sense of like it's like a shining star or sun. Like so. And then just little specks and dirt and stuff in the air, like rocks and wind all flying around us. And then you are done drawing Kakashi using the Rasengan. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.